big reveal
Hey guys.
for mostly Sam.
But also you.
Yeah, no, I'm part of it.
He got highlights.
Yeah.
Guys, we dyed our hair. Well, we didn't do this. A lovely, very talented and safe professional did this.
In a private room with masks on.
With masks.
We did the whole thing.
We did the whole thing. And she did an incredible job. Guys, my hair is pink and peach and just a whole array of sorbet. I'm very excited and happy about it.
Yeah, you look literally dope.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
This was a change that I needed for sure.
Yeah.
And like, I love your highlights. I think it makes you, I don't know how to describe it, but they're just sexy.
We were literally watching Youngblood videos. And I was like, I want to do something crazy with my hair. And then I was like, but I'm an unemployed actor who like still has to send tapes for auditions all the time. So I can't just like have red hair all of a sudden. I'm still a D-list celebrity. Once I'm like B-A-list, I can probably do whatever I want and they'll understand that they have to dye my hair. But for now, can't give them any reason not to hire me. So I had to do something a little bit more subtle. We found a picture on the internet of a really sexy dude with caramel highlights. Oh, he was so sexy. But the highlights looked good too.
Yeah.
So I went with this. I don't know.
And it looks so good.
Can they even tell?
I could tell on the camera.
Okay.
So I think, guys, comment down below if you can tell what Ryan did with his hair. I just really wanted to go pink. I haven't done something fun with my hair in so long, but
since like middle school, you were saying, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't done a fun color since like middle school. I used to dye my hair all the time. Fun fact about me, my mom was a cool mom and let me dye my hair in first grade. Now there's actually a very sweet sentimental story there. The first time I dyed my hair was because I wanted to look like my first grade teacher, Mrs. Gregg, who had this like natural, bright red hair, just the most gorgeous shade of red, and she was such a great teacher.
That's
and I remember going to my mom and being like, I want hair like Mrs. Gregg. And then my mom let me dye my hair, and I remember going to school and being like, Mrs. Gregg, my hair is like yours.
That's really cute.
And she said it looks horrible. I'm kidding. She was wonderful. But then in middle school, I did a bunch of fun colors. And when I moved out to LA, why did I say LA like that?
Because you lived in LA for 5 years.
When I moved out to LA, I had my natural brown hair and was going through a lot of the same talks with my agents and managers at the time where they were like, keep it a clean slate. Like for auditions and everything, like you don't want anything wild, like don't do anything to your hair. And I was like, fine. But for the past 4 years, I have not actively been pursuing anything in the traditional world of TV and film. I'm not auditioning, whatever. My job is in social media. My job is in the internet. My job is at High Five Studios, where my hair color doesn't matter. And that like just semi-recently dawned on me. Thus the pink hair.
I'm jealous. I like when my hair was done, I was like obsessed with it. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then once your hair was done, I was like, I want to do more to mine. I want my hair to be red. I want my hair to be green. I want my hair to be like white. Like I don't care. I just want to do crazy stuff with it.
Crazy.
But
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. It's fun to have a nice change of scenery, but for yourself, if that makes sense. Especially like real talk, I've been feeling incredibly insecure for the past couple of months, dealing with a lot of body image problems, and it's so fascinating how just making one change, like to my hair, has already boosted my confidence and inspired me to want to continue with the transformation of myself. Like Ryan and I have been putting together a plan for a health journey for the both of us to really like just get our bodies in shape and just be healthy. And that's something that I have never really successfully intentionally done. And so I've been in quite a rut. And it's so interesting because I have had this idea to dye my hair pink for a couple of months now, And this discussion of health and a lot of my realization of my own body image issues hasn't been a conversation until like a week ago. And it's funny how the pink hair journey kind of, to me, feels like it's launching my journey of transformation and health for myself. It's funny how those things work out, huh?
We had a conversation at the beginning of this year just sort of about what 2020 kind of looked like for us, but also in general. And I might have said this on our New Year's resolution video. I'm not sure if I did, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. But it seemed to me that both internally and externally, the year 2020 was all about sickness. You know, whether it was about COVID or whether it was about, you know, drinking a little bit more or eating a little bit more crap or unhealthy addictions to the news or the internet or TV or whatever. And so when I was reflecting on what I wanted 2021 to look like, I had a conversation with Sam where I was just like, okay, if 2020 was all about sickness, I want 2021 to be all about health. And yeah, self-image and self-esteem, unfortunately, are inextricably linked. And sometimes a change in appearance isn't even so much an external thing as much as it is an internal permission you've granted yourself. It's almost like self-investment. Like, I did this for me, and I have an outward reflection of the fact that I did this for me every time I look in the mirror. I kind of feel that way about my tattoos. You know, I got them from my grandparents. I think about them every time I see them, and it's like, this was for you, but this was also for me, and it shows me that, like, I'm in charge. Even when, you know, I lose a grandparent, and that's I'm not in charge of that, but now I am, kind of thing. It's about bodily autonomy and autonomy over our lives.
And also just like giving yourself that power to do that. It's very rewarding, but it's also it's a major confidence boost. You know, it's like when you buy a new outfit and you want to wear it immediately, or like the next day to school or work. It's something that you did and you're ready to show off. And I have always struggled with maintaining a health journey, and like I'm just ready to keep, I don't know, just making these choices to like keep that spiral of transformation going for myself.
Choices that are for you, not for anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah. For anyone out there who has maybe been thinking about or is on a health journey of their own, something that we've been talking about a lot that I think definitely bears repeating to our audience is that a health journey should be about a formation of good habits over time and should not be about a specific outcome. If you want to be healthy so you look a certain way, or if you want to be healthy so that you hit a certain number on the scale, or you want to be healthy for a finite reason that is all about something external and mostly motivated by how you think other people perceive you, that's not enough jet fuel to get you out of orbit.
That's, I mean, just to interject here, like I had never heard this perspective before. Because if you went through my saved post on Instagram, it wouldn't be like workouts you can try or foods that make you feel better. It would be pictures of Dua Lipa's abs, or you know, just women that I don't know, like just their bodies that I envy and that I want to look like, or pictures of myself when I was 18 and like was able to work out a lot, but also realized that when I was 18, I forgot to eat a lot, and that wasn't something that was an intentional choice for me. Food was just never a priority for me, and the side effect of that was I was very skinny. And so having those images saved for me as goals for myself now is not healthy. And so this is just such a helpful mindset. Like set the goals to be healthy, not to look a certain way. Set the goals to feel good. Like it sounds so simple, but it hasn't been that way for me. I've always just been focused on how I'm gonna look.
Well, right, and we live in a world of scrolling through images or 60-second video clips or 140 character, you know, bites. Like, we live in a world where we see something and we say, I want to look like that. We don't watch a string of healthy habits and understand a string of healthy psychology and say, I want to be like that.
Exactly.
And those are two very different things with two very different journeys that ultimately have two very different outcomes and will have very different effects on your life. And healthy doesn't look like anything. Healthy feels like something. And this isn't about how we look. It's about how we feel. So, you know, the journey that we're on and the journey that we want you to hold us accountable to, and also the journey that we want to hold you accountable to, is do something so that you feel good, not so that you look good. Do something so that you are better, not so that you look better. Do something that elevates the person that you are, not something that's going to get you more likes at the end of the day. We feel very lucky to be partners to one another and to have these conversations often, and a lot of the times, in complete honesty, based on the positions that we're also really lucky to have in this world, when we have these types of conversations, we're like, someone out there might need to hear this.
Yeah, so we can sit down in a warehouse and talk about it.
So, big hair reveal, but also with a purpose.
But also with a purpose, the meaning behind the hair.
Oh, that's cute. The Meaning Behind the Hair by Samantha Faculty and Ryan McCartan. I just have caramel highlights though.
Well,
that's our
hair.
That's our little bit for the day.
That's our little hair talk.
Thank you for watching. We'll have a video for you tomorrow as per our regularly scheduled programming. And then just to continue shaking it up, usually we alternate and do an intelligent drinking game and then a versus, but this Friday we're going to do another intelligent drinking game because we have an idea that we want to do, so we're going to do it instead.
As always, be sure to like and subscribe.
Daddy.
And we will see you guys tomorrow with
YouTube,
our new hair.
YouTube.
Bye.
YouTube.